So Justin, if we have business owners that are listening and thinking about, what do the next 3, 5, 10 years look like in their business, and they have that exit on the horizon, what are some things they can start doing now, both the general, kind of good practice things, and then also specifically related to culture, if they're interested in a culture-focused exit? What are some things that they can start doing now to be more prepared and in a better place for that future transition?
And our presentations all the time about get your business ready to sell, and here's your 3-year plan to sell, and all those types of things. So there's a lot of good content out there. I don't want to really go off on that. Also, I'm not a CPA. We have CPAs on our team. I'm not a big numbers guy. I'll say keep your numbers clean. Try to unwind your personal expenses from the business. You want 2 solid years of clean numbers before you go to market. So there's a lot of stuff that can be discussed on that side of it. But I'm going to just focus on the culture aspect like you guys are commenting on, because there's not too many people that are discussing that. So I'll say invest in your culture, invest in your people, and there's no need to stop doing that or to not do that because you're thinking about exiting. I would even say double down on it. If you're thinking about doing a culture-driven exit, then make your culture more important now than ever. And I would say that a lot of that comes down to the basics of being a good person. Mm-hmm. And we just forget that sometimes in business because we get competitive and it's about beating somebody else or whatever. And I don't really agree with that mindset. I mean, I'm a big Simon Sinek fan. You guys know the infinite game type of mindset. I don't think that we should be focusing business just on competition. Business should be about improvement for ourselves, our employees, our clients, society, all of those good things. So with that in mind, I'll say be a good person. It's so simple, but lead your team with integrity. Treat your vendors and your clients well. It's a partnership. Treat them like partnerships. Talk to your vendors like they want to help you succeed. Pay your bills on time to your vendors so that there's good relationships there. And when you need them later on to help you with something, extend some payment terms or whatever else, they're going to be much more willing to do that. Instead, I see this competition so often where it's like our vendors are trying to cheat us. And so we're going to cheat them first. And it's really sad because vendors should have the same mindset. Imagine if we all did that.
Right.
We did the best that we could just to treat each other well. Be honest and treat our employees well, pay them on time, all of that good stuff. There's just a lot of basic things like that we think about. But with the company culture, define what you mean by culture. Like you started this conversation with, what does that mean? Business owners need to know what it means for them. They need to know what it means for their organization. So define it and then invest in that idea. Get feedback from your team, real honest feedback, maybe bring in someone like you guys to actually figure out what does the team really think about the values of the organization and the culture. But get everybody on the same page. And if that means changing some things, maybe stop doing something you've been doing that is wrong or has been misperceived in the organization, do it. Treat this like a time to become the best version of yourself as a business leader, the best version of yourself as a human being. And then if you're going into that culture-driven exit, how great is it going to be able to sit down with no shame? Hey, this is who we are. Here are what our numbers actually are. I'm not deceiving anybody. I'm talking with someone that sees the world similarly to how I see the world. And we can just figure out how to elevate each other's work. And if this organization that I have is a part of that, then awesome. So I know that's kind of a touchy-feely answer, and I don't mean it to be that way. I'm just saying that what is good right now is just as good, if not better, in transaction, if you're approaching it with that culture-driven mindset. So just double down on all of the stuff that works today and make it even more elaborate, more emphasized in the organization.
I love that, Justin. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
If you would just remind us where people can find you, throw out your website, LinkedIn, whatever works for people to get a hold of you.
Absolutely. culturedrivenexits.com. culturedrivenexits.com. It's as simple as that. Go, and if you're interested in talking with us, fill out the form and we'll get back with you very quickly. You can reach me as well, Justin, at usbizsell.com. And we'll be happy to talk with you that way also, but looking forward to it.